Hey guys, John McNamara, host, Runnin Vegas. We're talking local sports, business, real estate. If you guys like what you see, subscribe, follow us on Runnin Vegas podcast today. Woo! We got a special guest, Mr. Mike England, Fidelity in the house.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being on, dude.
You got all my favorite subjects in your podcast: sports, real estate, business opportunities, and other things that we probably can't talk about on a podcast.
We got plenty to talk about. We only got 30 minutes.
Sounds
Well,
good.
let's get to know Mike a little bit, though. Like, where are you from? What's your story?
Yeah, so originally from Seattle, Washington area, grew up there, and got away from the rain in the Northwest and moved to Las Vegas about 10 years ago for a job opportunity to run marketing for for a title company. And the fun part is I didn't even know what title insurance really was for about a good year. And they ended up putting me in a management position.
I love it.
So
that's great.
So yeah.
As long as you know what it is now.
I do know what it is now. A little bit. No, just kidding. But I do. I'm running sales. I'm the vice president of Fidelity now, the biggest title company, and also our owner, Bill Foley, owns the Vegas Golden Knights. And owns a lot of wineries in Napa, where me and you just were not too long ago.
Yeah, BottleRock.
Yeah.
That was fun. What'd you think of BottleRock?
I loved it. You were the one, you and George, and then one of the guys I work with, Mike Harden, who we ended up hanging out with as well. You guys, sold me on the idea of, wine country, great music, late nights, good food, and I'm like, let's go. Yeah. And it lived up to all the expectations. The music was good. Everything was fantastic. Great time. So now I will be a yearly BottleRock participant.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you say it compares to other festivals?
So what I like about it is I would say it's like, I'm not a huge festival goer. Like, I don't really like to go camp or hike out in the wilderness and build a big statue.
What? No?
No. I kind of liked that it was about as a sophisticated, bougie, event that you could go to, a festival that you could go to. I do like some of the, we have a couple local ones that come through here. I'm not a big EDC stay out till 5 or 6 in the morning.
No, I don't know how people do that.
I could probably do maybe one night of that, but I'd have to do it like a way that was like perfect for me, where I can get in, get out. I like the helicopter idea. Yeah. But I could only do one night of that probably. BottleRock was just cool. It was walkable. And everybody was super chill. It wasn't like a crazy environment, but it was a lot of fun. It still was a lot of people. I did research, and for the landmass, it's actually one of the largest festivals for how many people they squeezed in there.
Yeah, that's what's cool about it, because even though there's so many people there, you feel like you have room. You don't feel, because that's the one thing I don't like about a lot of festivals. It's like they're tight. I've been to some that have had crazy lineups, but I don't feel necessarily like safe, because we're the exits and everybody's just like this, So that's what BottleRock is like. Chill. The culture, the vibes, everything is just relaxed. Where I used to go to some. We don't really have a lot of festivals here anymore. They kind of went away.
Yeah.
But some were cool. I do miss the one that they had downtown there for a little bit. Life is Beautiful. But that kind of fell apart. Yeah. But yeah, something about BottleRock. It's beautiful out there. It's easy. The weather's gorgeous. Yeah.
I mean, the weather alone, that was a great escape to get out of, at the time, probably like high 90s. So not horrible in Vegas, but man, you can't beat, high of 78. And then in the evenings, it drops down to like, in the mid 60s. So that was great, because then, you're able to hang out longer and not sweat a ton and, and all that good stuff. But yeah, no, it lived up to it. And I love the music lineup. I love variety within music festivals.
Same.
So like, even, I wouldn't consider it a music festival, but even when the iHeart comes here in September, I always go to that too because
Yeah.
you get a little bit of everything, and it works out for kind of everybody. And I like all kinds of music, so
I'm the same
it's
way.
awesome.
I like High too. It's just it's in an arena versus I like being outside. So do you think you're going 1 day BottleRock, or are you still doing the marathon 3-day guy?
I'll be a 3-day guy. Yeah, I'll be a 3-day guy for sure.
That's a lot, man.
Because I get a lot of, if I miss somebody, then I get a lot of FOMO. Like, oh man, like I can't believe, like what was it? The second day, we ended up doing the wine tastings during during the morning or the day. Usually they start about 10. Wine tastings.
Yeah.
So, and then the goal was, okay, we'll do a couple of those, and then we'll get back, by 2 o'clock for the festival.
Yeah.
And on Saturday, we ended up going to the wine tour at the castle.
Okay.
And
I've been there, yeah.
And the castle one was supposed to be like an hour and a half, but we ended up being there for, almost 4 hours.
Wow.
And so I ended up missing Bush. Oh. Yeah.
I was just going to ask you, what was your favorite? Bush was my favorite.
Oh, yeah, great. All right, so your favorite is one of it.
I get the FOMO now.
So I've missed Bush at other things. This is probably the 4th time.
Oh.
And I've seen
You're just not meant to see them,
I'm
bro.
just not meant to do it. I give up. I'm not going to come back down from this cloud. So
there you go. I love it.
So yeah, no, I totally missed that one. So that was a bummer. But everything else, Teddy Swims was great. I don't think you weren't there the first night.
No.
But Teddy Swims was as good as I thought he would be live. Caught a little bit of Foo Fighters, Lil Wayne.
Foo Fighters, yeah.
I am a Lil Wayne fan, so that was great. But it's 50-50 if Lil Wayne's going to come out and be like ready to perform, or 50% you can't understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
He does half a set, or if he even shows up. So he showed up in full force, and he did a great job. So
Okay.
and then also Zed was great too. So yeah, no complaints.
Awesome, man. Well, we're excited. We'll be back next year too, so we'll definitely have a drink and watch. Not Bush, but somebody.
Yeah, because that's not meant to be.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
But hey, back to title, VP sales, very impressive. So how do you like it? What do you enjoy about it? What are you learning? How's your year going?
Yeah, so title insurance is probably the least sexy thing in the real estate industry. Nobody understands it. And a lot of people just don't really care about it until they have to use it.
Right.
But title insurance is not used very often because usually everybody does a good job of cleaning title and making sure everybody's protected and that your buyer is getting everything that they need. And obviously we have the escrow side too. And I can tell you that my job is the part that is fantastic in the title company, because what I get to do on the sales side is I get to wine and dine people and do happy hours and throw on events and occasionally answer title questions. But for the most part, I'm just out there adding value to the real estate agents that I'm in business with, and just building relationships with them.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of fun. People ask me, oh, what do what is doing title sales like? And I go, happy hours, lunches, and going to events like Tom Ferry, where I'm learning to be able to bring that education back and help my real estate agents do more business.
I love it. Where you're a great connector. Is it kind of, because that's a lot to meet people all the time. Like, how do you keep the energy up? Because you're always fun. You bring good energy. You're funny. So how do you do that? Do you mean,
Yeah, I have to definitely keep my social battery, high. But when I'm not working, I don't want to talk to anybody because it's a lot. There's a lot of, like in an average day, I'm probably having, 20, 30 conversations.
Yeah.
The nice, part about connections is in my previous career, I owned a technology real estate company and did lead generation for real estate agents. So I understand social media and now AI and how to build a website and how to get it to rank and do all those things, at a high level.
Yeah.
So I'm able to all the relationships that I built in that world, a lot of those people I'm still in relationship today, and now they're the CEOs of the tech companies, and they're the guys that are in charge of all these companies, and so I know what resources to connect people to according to whatever their need is. And I saw a lot of them this week, actually, the last few days at this conference. I probably spent just as much time reconnecting with some of these tech guys, and I've owned businesses with a couple of them as well. So it's cool to do that and see how everything has evolved and how everything has grown over the last 15 to 20 years. And now, the big buzz is AI in every industry. It's all about AI. So this conference, I would tell you, it was 90% of it was all about AI.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. So tell us about Tom Ferry this summer. How was it? A lot of AI and
yeah, it was.
I was assuming that. But.
Oh, heavy AI, and to be honest, like I go to a lot of conferences, and sometimes I get conferenced out because it's a lot to go to all these things, and but this one I knew I needed to be at. I knew this is one of the most important real estate conferences, specifically this year, to go to because of how fast everything is changing with AI.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure that I made all the right connections, heard all the right information, and had all the right meetings to be able to set myself up for years to come. Okay. Because real estate agents, or people in the real estate industry, and this is all industries, that are not utilizing AI, they're going to be at a significant disadvantage.
Yeah. Because
that's where the consumer is going. That's what they're using. They're getting very comfortable with using OpenAI, ChatGPT, and Claude, and Grok, and all these resources to do their own research.
Yeah.
And as the consumer does more research, the interesting statistic is the need for a realtor has actually gone up.
Yeah.
Because the more information that they're receiving on their own, it actually gives them more information, gives the consumer more anxiety. And so more anxiety makes it so that they actually have a bigger need for the business professional. So real estate professionals are going up as far as a need. We've had the lowest amount of for sale by owners than we've ever had before.
Yeah, you don't see FISBO. I used to love FISBOs because I'm a big prospector, and you may get one a day, and they don't even pick up their phone.
Yeah, because they're debating whether they even want to. They probably don't want to be a FISBO.
It used to be such a big thing, and now just nobody goes FISBO anymore. But yeah, so was there any specific AI platforms you seen that are? Because I'm sure there's a ton of them, but something that you think is super important, or something on the horizon that realtors should be knowing about to implement into their business moving forward?
Yeah. So one of the biggest issues in the real estate industry is having meaningful conversations. And so what happens is we pay for all these systems and tools, and we pay for all this lead generation stuff, and maybe we even build a real estate team, and we have all these agents on our team, and they just cannot convert anything we throw at them. They can't convert the online lead. Doesn't matter if it's a Zillow, a Google pay-per-click, a social media, somebody they met at an open house. They really struggle with having meaningful conversations that are natural and that have some emotional connection and that aren't overly salesy. A lot of people, if you've been in the business for a long time, you were all about scripts practice. Scripts practice, you got to get better at your scripts. We're going to role play at 8 a.m. in the morning, and we're going to go over our scripts, and we're going to have you dialed in. And then we go to a conference, a different conference, and we do 3 days of scripts practice. And
I might still do that.
There is a possibility. So we go through all this to basically become robotic.
Yeah.
And we go through this routine to where we go, okay, we try to learn the robotic approach to overcome an objection. What is happening is that people are becoming smarter to going, you know what, especially this upcoming generation, our new home buyers, first-time home buyers, not a lot of them right now, but as we have more people that are more informed, they don't want to be sold.
Yeah.
They want to be educated to be able to make an informed decision. And a lot of times they actually just want to feel good.
Yeah.
And if they don't feel good because they're being sales pitched, it's an instant turnoff and they're going to go a different direction.
Yeah.
So there's a tool out there called Shiloh AI. And the founder is a friend of mine. His name's Justin Benson. Very smart guy. Ran a mega real estate team himself out of Phoenix, Arizona, and they expanded to a couple other markets. So he's got a great track record of doing a lot of transactions himself and having success in the real estate industry. But he built this tool to have more meaningful conversations where it actually takes all your agents or yourself, and it allows it grades your conversations, and it gives you a score of between 1 to 5. Well, a 5-star phone call is really hard to get because that means you had a deep conversation, meaningful connection, emotionally and also educationally, to where not only did this person said, yeah, I definitely would like to sell my home, they're like, yeah, and I would consider referring you other people.
Yeah.
That is a 5-star. That is a fan of yours, an ambassador for your real estate business. That it probably help you generate many more transactions. 3 stars where most people live that do a good job, but the majority live in the 2 and 1 star, and that's where the system not only grades you, but then it coaches you.
That's great.
And the AI, you can go back and redo the conversation, and with the AI and overcome those objections where you failed.
That's phenomenal, because back in the day, like you said, because I was a Ferry guy for so long, you had to do that with a role play, and we still role play, which I think is really good. And you're right, if your scripts are not internalized, you sound like a robot. But if you work on your scripts and skills daily, it's internalized, and you don't necessarily go through like exactly what to say, but it creates confidence, at least in the beginning.
Yep.
And then when it's internalized, you can kind of take bits and pieces, and then you're confident what to say. But I love that you have Shiloh AI can help you with that, because we didn't have that back in the day. We just had to find somebody that was hopefully a good salesperson too, and talk to each other to build our sales scripts. So that's a great tool, it sounds like. Yeah,
no, it's that one's big. What I can also say is that because of AI, it's creating a new opportunity and a shift in the real estate business, because the consumer doesn't necessarily care about how many years you've been selling real estate anymore.
No, I don't even bring it up anymore.
You stop bringing it up?
No, absolutely not. I think it actually does me a disservice. Say I'm 21, 22 years in the business. I don't say it at all.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea, because
you sound like a dinosaur.
Yes. You're like, oh, okay.
When I sold real estate back in the day.
I know. But
it's changed, and I love too you brought up, because this is what we talked about our agents too. It is the conversations. It's the face-to-face now, because now with social media and AI, we're finding that is more, even open houses are now even more of a bigger deal now, to get that face-to-face, build that rapport. And I tell our team members all the time, it's the conversations that you have. 5 to 10 a day to build your business. And again, Shiloh seems like a good tool. But yeah, what are those conversations? Because a lot of times just talking about life, and then they'll ask you about real estate. I never really have to bring it up. It's just us having a good conversation. What is going on with the real estate? What is my house worth? And that's when you start that, go in that direction.
Exactly. You just bring up that you're in the real estate industry casually. I smoke a lot of cigars, and I'm a part of a cigar club here in town. And I never bring up, oh, I'm in title insurance, or, I always say I'm in the real estate industry. But that's them asking me after we've talked about sports and life and business and other things, and you're right, 100% of the time, even though I'm not a real estate agent, I always get 2 questions. Hey, I'm curious. This is where I live. What are you kind of seeing? What do you think my home is worth? That's a question that everybody asks. And then they ask, hey, what are you seeing in the real estate market?
Yeah, every time.
Those are 2 questions everybody will ask you every time. And what happens is you get more in those conversations. That's the opportunity where that meaningful conversation where you can go, hey, this is what I would consider doing if I was in your position.
Yeah.
And they go, huh, interesting. I haven't really thought about it that way. Yeah. And so I would say, you're right, meaningful conversations. AI is definitely the big game changer, the shifter, because I haven't seen a bigger opportunity in probably 10 years in our industry, where things have, COVID a little bit kind of changed some things, obviously, during that cycle. But I would say since Zillow came out, this has probably been the biggest shift I've seen for new opportunities. And so as a new agent, you learn good habits and you learn how to leverage technology and AI to have meaningful conversations. You're going to have a major advantage over even the real estate agent that's been in the business for 15, 20 years.
Yeah, I think so too, and we're seeing it in our business because what's the stat? 84% of agents didn't even do a deal this year so far, and we're having a very good year. And it's taking advantage of AI conversation, meetup. It's just getting very proactive because these shifts in market occur all the time. It's just what you do. You can take advantage of this because the longer this goes on for people that are lifers in real estate, the better it is for us actually. Because unfortunately, not that I necessarily want to see this, a lot of people leave the industry. Yeah. And that's like you said, like pandemic, a lot of people were leaving it and then it went off, right? And then everybody went into real estate, but the problem is the market share was already gone.
Yeah.
And that's where you have opportunity now is to take market share because the market will come back someday, probably a couple years down the road, give or take. But when it does, it's the people that are having the conversations, working on their scripts and skills, Shiloh, whatever it is, it's going to explode again at some point. So
absolutely. I mean, and a lot of it, even with the real estate market, I think we're still seeing small appreciation, but that small appreciation is actually historically a normal appreciation. We just got in a really funky market there where things were just skyrocketing and everybody went crazy. Now we're kind of entering a little more of a stable environment. People still have a ton of equity, trillions of dollars in equity versus how much people have in mortgages. It's offset by about $15 trillion equity versus what people have in mortgages. So underlying everything, we're still have a healthy real estate market. The biggest issue is affordability. And that's where there's going to have to be some things that happen in this upcoming election where housing is going to be a big topic when specifically talking about how to make housing affordable. Because even 4 years ago, the average first-time home buyer was like 33.
Yeah. And
now it's 40.
Yeah.
So, we're running into a little bit of that. So I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do about it, and then we're also seeing foreclosures go up through the roof as well, starting to climb up. But that has more to do with consumer debt than it does the home itself.
Yeah, and those foreclosures, a lot of them too, unless they bought in the last couple of years, a lot of them they have the equity so they can sell. I would say, the silver lining too, sales down last year, sales down this year in the marketplace. But we're, like you said, we're still seeing a little appreciation. A big part of that is a lot of folks have equity in their homes or they have their mortgage rate is so low. So when people think the market's going to crash, it would have happened multiple times by now. It's just been kind of slower in terms of sale, or it's more traditional, a good way to put it, where it takes months to sell homes. And this is why it's really important to have a really good real estate professional to guide you through that process and what's going on in the market, because you do need to step up. You don't just take pictures on your iPhone, put on MLS, and sell in 5 minutes. You get 12 offers. You actually need to know what you're doing these days. So.
And if you're not if you're not working with a real estate agent, that the advantage of working with a real estate agent that has been in the business for a long time, it means that they have a bigger pool of buyers that they've worked with and a bigger referral network. So that has become incredibly important too. And that has been where people have been kind of separate, because if you hire the wrong realtor in a market like this, your home could end up sitting for a longer period of time, which is ultimately just going to cost you a lot more money in the long run. So who you choose is extremely important. If you're a newer agent, I always recommend to newer agents that you join a real estate team where that experience is already there, and then you take maybe all of your technology skills or your comfort with technology and doing video and all that kind of stuff, but you join an experienced team to be able to utilize those skills. And that's a great match. That's a good way to really get the best of both worlds. Yeah,
if I was a new agent out there too, I would totally recommend teams. Teams weren't a thing back in the day for me. They just, they've been popular probably for now 7-10 years, but yeah. So Tom, what was Tom's thoughts, and what's your thoughts on the market? Because I know we've been talking about it. What was his takeaway? Because usually he talks about the market, I'm always really curious because he's such a pulse. Because he talks to he knows so many people in the industry. So I'm very curious what his thoughts are, what it looks like here in the near future.
You
or
know,
down the road.
there's a lot of just different marketing segments and different pockets within the market. So it's hard to like, so when he was talking about it, he was kind of talking about the different aspects. So we are seeing a increase in foreclosures because people that did buy in the last, probably from 2023 on, they don't have that equity. They don't have those low interest rates. So what is happening though is those people are over leveraged financially. We have more consumer debt between credit cards, car payments, and student loans that people have had to start paying back than we've ever had in the history of our country. So that is causing foreclosures to go up. So that's one segment. So you will see an increase in the distressed market, financially distressed specifically. But as far as everything else, it is kind of a stable market where we're seeing little glimpses of spurts of a couple good weeks, and then a couple weeks. It's very interest rate based. It seems like it's doing a lot of that. And to be honest, he kind of said we could be in this for another couple years.
I believe it.
What we're experiencing right now is probably another couple year run. With elections coming up here in this next year, election season starting back up again, that does change some things because sometimes things get a little more aggressive, when it comes to housing. So really the answer is there's not going to probably be any significant changes according to Tom. It's going to probably just be what we're experiencing right now.
Right now for a couple of years.
Not exciting in a good way, but not exciting in a bad way either. So
if you're thinking about selling and buying right now too, if you're thinking of selling, put your house on the market now, because as soon as midterms, we get a month out midterms, the market goes dead. And vice versa, if you're gonna buy, that's the best time to buy. Nothing, as soon as midterms, as you know, the market goes dead for about a month right before. We're gonna wait till after that, so then it'll pop back up. So. But I got a couple minutes left. I know we're talking a lot of real estate, but let's have a little fun. What do you do for fun? I know you like sports. Like, let's change it up.
I'm a big sports fan, and funny enough, I didn't even notice we went through the time so quickly. I love football, and football season is right around the horizon.
Who's your team?
I'm a Seahawks fan.
Go Hawks!
Yep.
Where are you a Seahawks fan? Last year?
I'm original Seahawks fan.
I'm just messing with you.
Oh, yeah. But you know what?
I'm a Patriots fan, so you could talk a lot of.
You still broke my heart in 2014 when they should have gave Marshawn Lynch the ball.
Oh gosh.
So we still relive that, even though we beat the Patriots this time. There still is that sting from that was a potential dynasty. Huge Seahawks fan. I'm a Washington Husky fan, but college football, that's a whole nother
Big Ten.
That's a whole nother.
How would you like to move for the Big Ten? Do you miss the Pac?
You know what? I do miss the Pac, but I understand the Big Ten thing. The matchups, though, are fun. I mean, it's going to be hard for University of Washington to ever be the top team in a Big Ten because you do have these schools that have so much money, and with the NIL stuff going, it makes the competitive landscape a lot more difficult because the big schools, man, they got the capital and they can just spend a lot more money to get the best athletes. Interesting. I have become a UNLV fan since I moved out here, and so I've enjoyed seeing their football team get a lot better, and so I'm interested to kind of see what they do. I'd love if they spent a little more money themselves. I think they could be extremely competitive, even more so than they have in the last couple of years.
Yeah, we need one of, like Josh Pastner said, we need some casino guy to buy the teams.
Hey, if the Fertittas are listening.
I feel like we had support back in the day, but maybe not now. But Washington, that's such a cool stadium.
Yeah, so you've been there before.
I've driven by. I have family that lives there.
Okay.
And I'm just a football. I love football in general, but I'm like, that stadium's just beautiful.
Right on Lake Washington, you can actually pull your boat and you can dock your boat and walk into the stadium. So I have family that does that, and so it's an incredible experience. Probably one of the better football experiences in the country. I try to go to as many different places and do different experiences as far as football and stuff. So
awesome.
Check it out.
Well, hot take. Are the Hawks going to beat the Rams this year to win another Super Bowl? Or are you pulling aside? Aaron Donald, he's coming back.
Aaron Donald's coming back, so I'll be honest with you. Even a Seahawks fan, I'd put my money on the Rams.
I do too, man.
They're
They
looking
look like it
powerful.
could be scary. And it's weird because usually in football, we don't really, I guess the Chiefs for a couple years there and then Patriots, but we haven't had like this team coming into the season where it's kind of like it's anybody, there's always favorites, but it feels like Rams, they're the team to beat.
They're going all in. They're going all in on this season. They did this, 4 or 5 years ago, where
Yep.
they kind of went all in and they
And
got a bunch.
this team looks better.
This team even looks better. I mean, this is, from a talent perspective, probably one of the most talented rosters ever in the history of the NFL.
Yeah.
So it's hard. You would be a dumb fan to not believe that the Rams have
Yeah.
the most loaded roster.
But that's why we have fantasy football. So
That's why we have.
all right, brother. Mike,
right.
thanks for being on.
Absolutely.
You guys need towels. Hit this man up, guys. Run to Vegas. Take care of yourselves today.